see what is in this fruit tree box. All right, looks like it is my other fig tree. This is the Fignomenal Fig tree, and this one is going to be going in a container because it only gets 2 to 3 feet tall max. So that way I can show you how to grow fruit in containers no matter where you live. All you need is a grow light, sunny window, or a patio garden for this one right here. So here's how you can grow a fig anywhere in containers, because this Fignomenal is only going to get 2 to 3 feet tall. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to grow it in a container. So don't worry if you live in apartments or have a patio garden renting up north, I got you. These can be planted in the ground, but it is better to do in containers since they're so small. So that's how I'm going to show you guys how I do mine. I'm first going to get some potting soil and fill it about halfway up. Make sure you crumble it up so there are no big chunks in it, because we want to create a well-drained container. That way these do so much better for us. Ooh, I actually have some worms in here, so I'm going to throw them in my container. Worms are excellent for gardens. All right, after I fill it about halfway up, I'm going to add some worm castings. Ironically, even though there's some worms in here, worm castings help prevent root shock when you are transplanting. So even if I was going to put this in the ground, I would still sprinkle some of this in there. It's like a good compost. So then whenever you are taking it out of a pot, you're going to turn it sideways, squeeze around, and pull it through. And I'm very careful because some of the roots are sticking out, which means it definitely needs repotted. All right, after it's out, you're going to crinkle it up. This one is very dry, so this one is having a hard time going in, but that's okay because I'm going to squeeze it all up, and then I'm going to place it right in. What I like to do after this is grab my water hose and then wet the roots on here. Okay. So now I have my water hose. Gonna give it some water right around the roots, just like this. The roots are the most important thing. That's what needs water, not the leaves, not the flowers, but the actual roots. So now that that's water, I'm going to grab some cocoa coir because that's going to help make it well draining in my container and help keep the moisture locked in, especially during the hot days. So I just grabbed a big old handful of cocoa coir. I'm going to sit it upright because I want it right in the middle. I'm going to sprinkle it all around. And then I'm going to add the rest with potting soil. Fill it up. Now, Fignomenals can be in the ground, remember, in zones 5 to 10, but since these are so small, I kind of like the idea of having a good patio fruit. So like I said, that's why like in an apartment or any type of patio or balcony, this is perfect for you since it only gets 2 to 3 feet tall max. If you ever want to prune it, you can do it in the middle of winter when it's completely dormant, which will help it give the shape. These are perennials in zones 5 to 10, but if you are a little further up north, like zone 5, they will need a little bit more like prep for winter, like really good mulching and all of that good stuff. And then you can fertilize in the beginning of spring and at the end of summer using a slow release fertilizer. Okay, now that this is all potted up, I'm going to use my hose again to get the soil nice and wet on top. All right. I love to show on my page affordable gardening, but also being able to garden anywhere, because people always make excuses that they cannot garden because they're in an apartment, have a small backyard, they're renting. So this is a good fruit option because figs are self-fertile, meaning they do not need another fig tree to help pollinate them. It is always good to have 2 of each, but figs are a good one to have by themselves. I do have in my next video the Chicago Hardy fig, which is a really good option for a lot of people. But this one, I wanted to show that you can do it no matter where you live. So just going to add a little tag, and I'm going to go put it with all of my other containers, with all of my other fruit. So if you guys want to, be sure to follow along, subscribe, hit that like button, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Happy Fignomenal!